Yo, 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 welcome everyone to another Roulette Rivals 8 tournament match. This time we got a console match, winner bracket round 2 between HandzMcGee and TK47. And I'm joined here tonight by Joker. Hey Joker, how you doing, man?
Everyone, I'm good. How are you, Fro?
Yeah, doing great. Excited for this match. Hans McGee, aka Mullet Pride. It will be his official debut in an RR tournament. So that should be great to see. So no stats. Versus TK47, who is a returning rival and who was very, very impressive in his first tourney, RR7. We just talked about this before the stream started, Joker. You mentioned it as well. It was very impressive to see. I think he only fell to the buff guy who ended up being the finalist in that tournament. So
Yeah, he lost to Buff Guy, and even in that game he lost. He put up a real good effort. He was close on every single map. Then also gave 320 a good game in the lower bracket as well. So yeah, no, he has been very promising in RR7.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So if we look at the map picks, we start out with Marrakesh, picked by Hans McGee. Then we will travel to Santa Fortuna, picked by TK47. The decider I'll keep a secret for now, but if you guys in chat are really curious, you can just look at the matchup channel. Feel free to look at that. So yeah, as we said, Joker, the official debut for Hans McGee here. So no stats. On the other hand, TK47 has played Marrakesh 2 times and lost both. What would you
Yeah,
make
so
of that?
I know, of course, it's been Hans pick. He's obviously looked. My guess would be he's looked into that one stand scene that it's not preferably TK's most comfortable map, of course being the two losses. I can't remember who they were against. That could be tactical from Hans. Not necessarily his best map, but one of TK's 47's worse maps, which is why I think Hans has picked that in that sense. But it could be like the reverse there. Because TK knows it's not one of his best maps, he might have been grinding the hell out of it, trying to get better on it.
Yeah, exactly. Let me quickly put up the predictions. Bit late with that, but I have to get into the shoutcasting thing. I'll put it at 2 minutes, guys. There you go. They should be up right now. But yeah, we're 30 seconds away. Any spins you would like to see? You would be interested in, Joker. What would you
I
like
mean,
on Marrakesh?
anything loud on Razor, always that's for a bit of interesting things. Usually you would do, the speaker thing onto him to get him upstairs on toilets, shoot him there and dump him. But that can cause a bit of issues, especially if you go for him first. His body can sometimes get found. So it's only from that. Then Klaus, there's not really much interesting for Klaus as the spin comes
True.
here.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but the spin is live. I'll take this one. So for Razor Sedan, we got the kitchen knife as the prisoner. Oh, that's interesting. And Klaus Hugo Strandberg silenced SMG as the janitor. So both disguises really nearby with the target. That could be
Yeah,
interesting.
President does add a bit of, complication to the Razor kill, but it is very doable to get him in a nice little spot where the prisoner can just quickly move to kill him. The Janet kill on a Sunset SMG, you could possibly see a Janet start here with the SMG and just go straight Klaus and get him right away within, what, 20, 30 seconds?
Yeah, that would make sense. The prisoner can be tricky though, depending on how you approach it. Of course, you can lure Reza with the mission story. TK loading in really, really quick here. It's always a sign of confidence.
You made it. Most impressive, 47.
Yeah, of course. Another thing we saw him showcase in our 7 was, sometimes you have a bit of dodgy internet, and of course, I think he's on PS4 as well, so smaller load times could affect him. He's slightly gonna be getting the tranquilizer from his stash. I'm guessing that's just get rid of this one and Forza here, so he can get towards Klaus first. Remo gets to that decision.
Yeah. So Hans also opting for the janitor start. Looks like he's gonna go for the standard isolation setup here. by
Yeah.
turning on the vacuum there.
TK's strat is, you know, we see him going towards Klaus now. It has missed him slightly from a bit of like
Yeah, he
hesitation
missed
with
him.
counter,
Yeah.
how he gets. So if he brings a key hacker or a lockpick here to replace one of his items, you know, he definitely get this kill done very, very quickly.
True.
Of course,
He
ducks
he
now.
does replan straight away though. He's
Yeah.
thinking it over right now. Meanwhile, Hans is gonna grab the kitchen knife that's right here in the guard disguise. And now he has a little over a minute to wait until Klaus arrives there. So even though like Hans like took the quote unquote longer approach here for Klaus, just like one restart and replan for TK, and Hans is in the lead here actually, I would say.
Yeah, it does appear to be that way. Saw a replan from TK, and he did bring along a key hacker. So it does suggest he's going to try and go right to the double doors, which you can key hack pretty safely. And you know, go to Klaus and get him while he's still in that room, and without having to rush getting him.
Yeah, exactly. Hans is killing some time here, taking care of the evidence, even though it's like a non-factor on Marrakesh for the most part.
Yeah, better say sorry. You know that is the only camera box in the map as well, so it can cause a bit of detour if you do get spotted a camera. Which even then there's like what two? Lots
Yeah,
of my
that's true.
cameras on Marrakesh.
Yeah, TK making his way towards Klaus. He will catch him this time around though. Oh, that's scary. He does do a corner subdue here. But that's gonna be an instant lockdown.
The door's open.
Yeah, they heard that.
Bad.
That's a rip. There's
Yeah.
no way. There's no way.
Yeah, that's gonna be another restart, and this is where Hans has caught up. Klaus is getting into the good position. The one thing that could potentially be an issue is that the one disguise that Klaus does enforce is the Janet disguise. So if we do see, if he does get spotted, potentially and has a loud scream, it could rip him, but I just it's very unlikely.
But he plays it safe.
Yeah, he does it very safe.
And
Gets the elimination as well.
that's the first kill down for Hans. And he did pick up the kitchen knife already, so he's free to make his way to the school. These guys will be waiting there for him. And yeah, TK47 on his third attempt here. And that's always interesting to see in roulette rifles, right, Joker? Like you got like the safe and steady, consistent approach versus the risky, faster one. And as you can see, if it can cost you greatly. Because now Hans is taking a huge lead here.
Yeah, this time TK does this sort of thing of just doing a throw, knockout onto the guard with a snail. So he is going to lose that snail, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He does get Klaus down, and of course the kitchen knife being in the country as well. You can just grab that and head towards Razor.
Yeah. Third time's the charm for TK47 here. Does get the kill. He's gonna make his way towards the school as well. Hans opting to go through the headmaster's roof, which is the safest approach, and you can pick up a key there as well if you didn't bring along a crowbar. Oh, and he doesn't get a lock-on prompt here. That can be so frustrating. Just to be careful now.
Just be patient here, just let him sit back down before do another throw distraction. But he is gonna move.
Hey, he's sitting down at a different spot now. I've never seen him sit down there.
That's certainly new experience for me. I've never seen him sit down there. Yeah, a simple throw distraction should be.
Oh, and we get a replan from TK47. He tried to pick up the kitchen knife from the snail stands as the janitor and got caught. So that's the third restart for TK47. And now Hans has built up a massive lead.
Yeah, and we saw TK knock out the conscious security and where he killed Klaus as well. So he could have just taken that to grab the kitchen knife either there or in the conscious itself. And that has given Hans a massive lead here as he goes towards Razor now.
I missed what happened, but I got notified that it was actually a body found on TK47's screen, and that's what made him restart.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've never had any guards walk into that room before, so yeah, it's certainly weird indeed on what possibly happened there or occurred that to happen.
True. Hans made his way towards the school. TK, meanwhile, changing his starting location. Decides to start as the snail dude now. The food vendor. It is
And the kitchen knife's right there as well, so that could just be a thing for an easy grab on the kitchen knife. But when you isolate a Klaus in any way, you know, you're gonna have a conscious security which you can have a knife in. So
yeah,
don't
that's
quite
true.
understand it, but it's very interesting to see indeed.
Now HandzMcGee is
Running through the
making a
school.
tricky decision here. Decides to infiltrate through this window, through the courtyard. And picks up a crowbar.
This,
This looks tricky.
yeah, the best approach would be to this would be possibly get a officer disguise and just dismissing everyone, and then you know knocking Rays
Yeah.
out in that room possibly could be the one thing to do here. Another common thing is knocking everyone out here in the printing room along with Razor once he goes in there, which I think Hans could possibly be waiting to happen. Be my one guess.
No.
He could just start knocking out everyone now and just save a bit of time later on.
This is a bit scary for Hans though, and he's still in his janitor disguise as well. Now he opts to change disguises.
Yes, it does look like he's just going to try and get rid of everyone, get Razor down here so he can just get the prisoner's disguise. He has the kitchen knife as well. I don't know if he picked up any keys or not, because he can
He hasn't. He hasn't
Yes,
yet.
but he does have these disguises on hand just to grab if he needs to.
Yeah. Meanwhile, TK47 closing in on the standard Klaus kill at 2:30.
Target down. Next up.
Gets the kill. Shouldn't have any bodies found this time around.
Yeah, so Hans just knocking out everyone in this room, waiting for Razor. TK does already have the kitchen knife, which he gained from the food vendor start, so he could potentially save a bit of time in that regard. But we saw Hans equipping, but no, but Hans did do it while waiting for Klaus, so they're roughly escaping the concentrate at roughly the same time.
Yeah. Interesting use of the snail here from Hans.
Yeah.
Oh, and that guy outside is gonna. Oh, I was just gonna say he's gonna see him
Yeah, he
get
had
knocked
it,
out,
but
but
he should be fine.
he's good.
Sorry, sir, I can't let you through. Got my orders.
Now this KO on the prisoner can be like super loud. That guy outside can actually hear it, depending on where you throw it from. And look at his timing as well. Razor's just coming to the prisoner's room.
Yeah, we saw TK utilize the snail in the sense to knock out the two guards outside to get into the school where we saw Hans go onto the roof, and he did waste a bit of time there as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Did the guy outside hear it? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. And while he was waiting for the Razor, we could have potentially seen him knock him out in order just to prevent that from happening. But yeah, if you don't know about it, it's certainly a thing that that's you wouldn't think about if you don't know about it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Very
And of
unfortunate.
course, if you knock out the prisoner and someone sees his body, he will die straight away.
Yeah, that's another. Brilliant.
But yeah, that was just that loud KO. Was a very methodical approach from Hans there, though. Only thing missing there was yeah, actually knocking out that guy outside as well, and he would have been in the clear.
You would have been fine. It looks like TK's gonna be knocking out these guards here. It suggests he's
Yeah.
gonna be doing the kill in a different place.
It's-
He's gonna try and get Razor down here. Which is
It looks like he's gonna go for the officers disguise. No, gonna dismiss a couple of people.
yeah. Yeah, and dismissing people does make this a lot easier. So yeah, you could be right in that sense. Razor's already down in the prison though, so it's gonna be hard for him to get
True.
in space quick. Possibly, I mean, we might have to see him wait another what till when we see Hanzo at 9 minutes before he's able to have a chance of doing this kill again.
I mean, you still got a couple of options, right? You could still like use the radio lure room. Like if you're dismissing all those guards in the hallway, it's a pretty safe trip from the prisoner
Yeah.
to there. And otherwise, you could just sit down as the prisoner, which is an instant trigger as well for Razor. He will come down. TK did have a silence KO on the prisoner. Guard outside did not hear it.
Yeah, he's gonna do. Oh, is he gonna do the?
He's gonna go for the radio lure, but it looks. Oh, he does get a peekaboo here though.
Big It's gonna be hard to try and save here.
Oh, he does manage to get away.
Yeah, so he will get Razor up here as well. Again, I don't see if he picked up any keys, but this is a pretty safe spot to leave Razor in, and of course he has knocked out a guard downstairs. We can just take that disguise and run to main exit through the school.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Hans got the kill on Klaus. And is gonna make his way towards the school for the second time. It's interesting, Hans only had one restart, whereas TK had 3 restarts. What a massive lead for TK now though.
Yeah, and he's going to grab the keys as well in the prisoner disguise.
That's ballsy.
So yeah, ballsy indeed, and he gets it off, and that's going to be him very quick method of escape there. And it should be pretty straightforward from here. You could potentially get spotted by Razor and the alarms go off, but it can be simple to save.
It should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. Gets throw stretching off and he hears it, so yeah.
As long as he doesn't do a frontal throw and is patient here.
He should be fine.
Yeah, no one heard that. No searching. That was
Bit of serve delay
Yeah.
as well when you get out kept red guns there, and I was like oof for a minute there, but yeah, there's just a bit of a serve delay. That is GK
taking
Going to
the
the
first
exit.
map. Yeah, this shouldn't go wrong anymore. So that's TK47 taking Hans' map pick here. Hans was playing really well there though. Like the only thing that went wrong was that the outside guard heard the throw on the prisoner. He would have had it otherwise. Just one tiny little detail there.
Yeah, it's just one little mistake, and if Hans knows about the guy outside, then potentially we could have seen him take Marrakesh and have that important lead going into Santa Fortuna, which is TK's map pick.
Yeah. Just one tiny little detail there for Hans that completely turned it around.
Yeah,
Great.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's one of the things is like on Sapiens sometimes with the guard, Franny's guard when you trank him, and she sees it. Possibly another guy comes in. It's just one of the things that maybe you might not know first time, but as soon as it happens to you in a game, he's gonna know about it the next time. So I don't think we see
Yeah, for
Hands
sure.
rip on another one of them.
And that's also like no one practices prisoner, right? It's like also one of
Yeah.
those tiny little details you just never know. And like you said,
if
now
you
it
do prison-
happened in a match, and you will never forget it.
If you do prisoner, normally you only really practice with like remote kills, like a fire and that's an explosive, things like that. You don't really practice with a kitchen knife or or melee items, So
Yeah, exactly. I paid out the predictions chat and put the new one up in time this time around. 5 minutes. So yes, Santa Fortuna here, which is TK47's map pick.
yeah, from my knowledge, yeah, look as we see, he has played and won it in RR7. Of course, Hans, being a rookie as well to this.
He has only played it once so far though in a tournament, so that's neglectable, I'd say. Like you can't draw any conclusions on that. So yeah, just based on that, TK47 was the one that actually picked Santa Fortuna. I'd say it's slight advantage to him.
Yeah.
But stat-wise, it's yeah, like I said, just once versus no stats.
Yeah, and this could be a map that Hans is well practiced on, and even as you expect what you don't expect, we could see Hans just absolutely nail this here, see it straight away, and of course you hold map record as well.
Yeah, Santa Fortuna does rank among the top 3 most tricky maps, I'd say, for RR. Don't get me wrong, like some spins are really straightforward, but you got a couple of them where it's like not only tricky kills, but also like tying everything together into one smooth, decent run, Like it's actually, for a lot of spins, it's hard to get under sub 10 minutes.
Yeah, like we talk about, and especially with Jorge, if it's a very low, heavy spin, and you aren't able to bring that seeker,
Yep.
most of the time you have to get Jorge out of his huts, and that's whatever, 1 minute, 6 minute, 11 minute onwards, really. So if you miss that, you could be waiting for a very long time there.
Yeah.
But there are lots of options with Rico and Andrea in that sense as well.
Yeah, exactly. In lesser extent, though.
Yeah. And another thing as well, like that, there can be variation in the standpoint. You can see either the garage, the mansion basement stuff, and
Yeah,
then goes to
submarine
garage,
start.
and then you can see submarine start. And and it's just preference. I personally really prefer start submarine game, getting with the proximity concussive device, then go to Andrea that way. And it's just that personal preference, which makes Stanford Fortuna very interesting in that sense.
Definitely. Like for most spins, it has at least, at the very minimum, 2 viable starting locations. At the very minimum. And usually it's around 4 that you could argue for, hey, this is just a viable start, depending on the spin.
Yeah, like Shaman. You could, if Shaman's in spin, you essentially just see Shaman hut spin just to get that guy sorted
Yeah.
straight away. A bit of a detour otherwise.
Yeah, it's so far out of the way.
And then you also have Suit start with a race bust off, and Cokefields as well can be a very viable start if you ever kill that. A very quick kill on Jorge that allows you to start there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, good luck to both players. We're 10 seconds away. Joker, do you mind taking this one?
Happily, man. So yeah, here we have the spin. We have Rico Delgado, Explosion Accident as the elite guard, Jorge Franco, Consume Poison as the hippie, and Andrea Martinez, Shotgun as P-Power. So yeah, I mean, the Consume Poison and Jorge is always interesting, but it isn't just guys that you do that along with the mission story,
Yeah,
which does make it a lot
exactly.
simpler in that sense.
It does require some map knowledge here, like knowing how to do this this consume poison kill. Because if not, well, there's always hit maps, of course. But yeah, overall, the disguises aren't too bad, right? It could be a lot more tricky.
Yeah, and P-Power can just be a simple seeker or even a throw extraction outside again. You know, elite guard is plenty littered around the map, and obviously when you're doing the Jorge kill, you potentially get the elite guard that escorts you down there, in possibly. So you could potentially see Jorge and the Rico kills chained. Um,
Yeah.
and the elite guard being allowed in the submarine start as well. You know, that we could see that be a very viable start, as there is, you know, a propane in the construction site. Which you potentially stash as well. So yeah, this could be a spin where you could see quite a lot of links happening in between the kills and getting the skies in their right conditions.
For sure. It's also a very generous spin in terms of loadout.
Yeah.
Like technically you wouldn't need to bring anything here. With the poisonous flowers everywhere. Shotguns on the map. Although obviously you want to take a silent shotgun just to make it easier on yourself, but still.
I mean, you can always peekaboo her alive and just shotgun off the edge of the edge of the balcony and send her into the river below. If you want to and have the free will of loadout. But most time you don't really need a stash, unfortunately, and we should probably see the shotgun inside of the stash.
We're seeing different starts here though by both players. Hans is starting at the bar. Used the Seeker straight away on P powders. Going for that disguise straight away. Whereas TK47 opted to start well in the mansion. And looks like he's gonna go for the early Rico kill here, or isolation, I should say. Sorry.
And yeah, this is just the hands of course bringing in the briefcase, which I think having the illegal indicator does have the shotgun inside of it, so we could see hands just going for Andreas straight away. And of course with Rico, you can just proxy trigger with the Hippo Whisperer. And again, Jorge, the kill with proxy, you don't have to worry about Jorge here in terms of isolation. You just glue the bus and go down, and you can place it down and leave, and wait by the exit as he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Blast Stop again is another very viable start in terms of spin. So yeah, there's definitely 3 very viable starts for this spin.
Yeah, definitely. If you have like a barman or like in this case pea powder disguised for Andrea, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, TK heading down to the secret room. I thought he was gonna pick up the shotgun. I got excited there. I was like, oh, could he pick up the shotguns for? Yeah, no, he's just gonna get the pistol from there. I'm guessing to be able to take out the cams. That'd be my own guess to why he's gone down there to do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, he has.
Hans arriving at Andrea's compound at 150, so he's gonna get her in the conference room here, which is very safe as well. Just have to make sure that the door is closed once they're both in there. And no one will find those bodies there. Oh,
Does nearly kills
he
her.
does it from outside the
Ow.
window, but no one hears it.
Yeah,
Come on,
but yeah.
retry Hans, let's go. Nice kill there. All right.
And he did appear to have a slight hesitation, so I think he's just gonna straight away just shoot Andrea.
Yeah.
But did hesitate just to not kill Paolo, which would have been very funny to see him get an MTK there.
Ballsy kill there though, from outside. Meanwhile, TK arriving at the same spot. No kill for him though, but he has isolated 2 targets now. Both of the targets that need to be isolated.
Yeah. I mean, Rico, you could always do live, possibly. If you know the exact route from where you do the hippo thing, you could potentially set up remotely. With a taser and propane, which would have been very interesting to see.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, look, you could just do the hippie kill now. Get it down and set up Jorge while you're waiting. Rico, even while you're waiting for him to die. The elite guard isn't exactly the hardest of disguise to get as well.
No, I'd say both would be viable options here. Both players also took care of the surveillance, so no
Hans jumping through the window.
Ooh.
That's another thing that he's gonna learn. Like the prisoner on
he's not the first
down the
player in
window.
tournaments. I've seen at
Yeah.
least 8 people doing that, including myself one time.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's
If you're
horrible.
in the mindset of a roulette game, it's not one thing you think about.
No.
Yeah, it's very, very unforgiving that.
Yeah, you just want to break open the back door really with a crowbar or whatever. You just don't want to risk it there.
Yeah, because there's an odd occasion where that will just happen and you keep green guns, but the majority of the
Oh,
time you do jump through
was
that.
that
Ooh,
was that an unconscious witness? What is orange? No, right?
it's times two, and you only had one beforehand. And that was Andrea.
This
So
looks.
there should
This
be a
this is. Is he
hopefully you're
still
right.
good? No, that's a rip, right? That should
Yeah.
be a rip for
Yeah.
TK47.
My one guess would be that he was just trying to find flour, so we could just go straight from P power to get that flour in his next round.
Yeah. So yeah, all even again. Hans sticking to his threat. Already got the pea powder disguise already.
Yeah, it's very nice what Hands is doing. I do like, you don't usually see a bus stop start, but this spin is one of the few that do permit it, and it's very nice to see that.
Yeah, it flows really well.
Yeah, because the whole kill was mentioned before. You don't really have to worry about the whole kill, it being very it's one of the most proxy things for Jorge. Um, and of course Rico, you can always just do the Hippo Whisper a lot, which I think is a safer spot to get him than this area. But of course the elite guard doesn't really make a difference. If this was in, for example, say suit, I would much prefer going towards the caves area to kill him. I just think it's a lot easier to navigate than the basement itself, or the garage even.
Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, both players sticking to their initial strat. It makes sense. Hans is here even a little bit quicker than his initial run. So do a little more waiting here.
See a blast Andrea in the face again.
That would be funny.
Crime noticed. I don't know who by. Could potentially be Andrea. No.
That's weird.
Who's seen that? Just who?
I have no idea.
Or the guard outside. Guard outside. I don't think he waited for the door to close.
Yeah, the door
That'd be
wasn't
my own
closed.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate for Hans. But yeah, I thought unfortunately it's not. He has Andrea down by 2 minutes, and it's very efficient his strat indeed. And of course, I mentioned it before. Rico and Jorge, you can both proxy trigger their isolations. So it's not really the end of the world ripping that early, and it's better than a 7 minute rip right towards the end.
Yeah, exactly. No, his plan is solid.
Mm.
Same can be said for TK though, with a completely different
Yeah.
starting location. TK will have two targets isolated and knocked down at like the same time as Hans has killed Andrea. It's hard to tell which situation is more favorable here.
Yeah, both very, and it's hard to judge because you could have you could say Hans ahead in the fact that he has got one kill, but he hasn't got any of the other things for the other kills. Whereas TK will have both targets down. I'm guessing you have the P power disguise.
True. But at the other end, TK will have to do some back and forth here.
Yeah, going to get stashed. You could have potentially seen a stash in the construction village, just to make that a bit easier, so you don't have to go that far for the shotgun for the Angela kill.
Yeah, but you still. Oh, and TK misses his first two shots. So the third shot will put the guards on the hyper panic. But yeah, he would still have to go back and forth for the tattoo artist, right? So like no matter how you
Yeah.
slice it, he's always gonna lose some time compared to Hans' approaches there.
Yeah.
So like in the end, I think there's not too much difference overall.
Yeah. I think the one way to measure this would be when they place down the bus to kill Jorge. I think that's the one real place, especially if they both have Rico and Andrea down. That'd be
Yeah.
the one place to judge it when they're heading down into the caves. It is a true thing of because looking at both these, it's the one kill where we'll probably just see the exact same thing, and you're gonna have to, with the condition.
Oh, and that's a replan for TK47 there.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
think just
was that
jump in.
Andrea on the pip that got found?
I don't know.
Because I saw a body font pop up there, but I
Yeah.
just couldn't see where it was.
Yeah, I think she's having some slight issues possibly with getting the P-Power disguise. You know, it can be a bit of a pain, especially when a barman most of the time can get distracted by the throw distraction. Hans does have the sensible strat of getting him in terms of the Seeker, which usually would bring Sun Fortuna, but unfortunately, you know, this spin doesn't allow it. Or you don't need it to isolate Jorge, which is what you usually see the Seeker for.
Yeah, but then again, like unlike Haven, like where it's like almost mandatory to like bring some form of a medic for either
Yeah.
targets or disguises, like it's never absolutely necessary in Santa Fortuna. Like no matter the kill for Jorge, you can always like work around it.
Yeah, Hans is gonna go crowbar this back door. It looks like
But he doesn't have
has
a
no
crowbar, it looks like.
crowbar. There's one right opposite on the other side of the village. Is he gonna try and jump through again? But yeah, so the guy's gonna investigate, so he's just gonna use this to be able to
Yeah.
jump through. Yeah, fair enough. It's a way round it.
I mean,
Yeah, he can
that's
just do the
smart
radio
though.
now. Could just do the radio possibly to get. Yeah, just gonna do a photo distraction to get the hippie inside of here.
He still needs to retrieve the glue as well, though.
Yeah, does he? I'm pretty sure he has a trank. No, he doesn't have a trank, so that could be on the hard side of things to obtain. But if you get some coins, you can always just buy. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how he
Yeah.
gets the glue. Whereas we see TK bringing a trank, so that is obviously to, I'm guessing, to make the glue retrieval a lot easier.
Exactly. He does, Hans does poison the bus already, the souvenir. Which I believe you can only do it before you repair the bus, right? Like afterwards you can't poison it anymore. I believe I remember that from practice. This is a scary place though.
Yeah,
Looking good, man. Looking good.
gonna be very hard to shoot her sitting down. If she is back down, it should be pretty simple in terms of just knocking out and dumping very quickly, or knocking her out and knocking her out just to make a bit safe. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna dump and he gets away with it. So yeah, he's fine in that sense and does get the glue as well.
Exactly.
Um,
In the meantime, TK arriving at Andreas' compound yet again. For the third time, I believe. Again, at this point, has two targets isolated and knocked down. But yeah, at this point, Hans definitely has the lead here.
yeah, it does suggest that he's going to go to the kill on Jorge, but just allow it first, then go to Rico. Of course, there's been a first one as well. He does drop all his illegal items before going in. Yeah,
I mean, like, he brought the Seeker, which he doesn't even need anymore. Like, he only needed it for the tattoo artist, right? So.
yeah, and it's not being trespassed in the caves.
Oh, this is a
Like,
bit weird for Hans. I can understand this hesitation because.
you just need to, yeah, just needs to walk and they start to follow you afterwards. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bit
but
weird.
the guards were behaving a bit weird there, right? Like they were
They go back to
frisking
their
him.
normal stance. They frisk and go back to their normal stance. It's something that, especially on my first unfortunate paper, I was like, what did I do now? I don't want to go trespassing. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, it's not trespassing down here either as the hippie. So you should be fine after you get frisked just to run straight through. And they do follow you. And
Yeah.
only one as well. I mean, which you could use for that disguise onto the.
And Hans is just using this elite guard to get inside here. Very nice.
Yeah. No, could you knock him out here and grab those guys? Because there are a bunch of elite guards littered in the caves, and heavy not being trespassed and in the smuggling cave. I'm not really sure about the other ones. I don't mention to the other ones as hippie. You could easily get just one of these disguises here after setting up the
Yeah.
kill.
I mean, you do get quite a few options, right, for an elite guard. Uh-huh. Hans is actually doing a little bit of roleplay here.
He is just gonna wait for Jorge to come down. You can just leave.
You can
Which is
just
yeah,
place it, yeah.
you can
He
place
hasn't
and
even
leave.
placed it yet.
He's just gonna wait and greet Jorge. He's gonna have a quick chat before death
Uh-huh.
with Jorge. Love to see it, honestly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, TK47 does have the tattoo artist disguise on right now. He's gonna make his way back to Andrea.
Doesn't have the shop though, so we have to retrieve that from his stash point. Which I don't know where one is. Or we could get a loud one from the castle armory in the village. I'm pretty sure there's one in there. There's everything's in there apparently. So
Yeah. And well, normally you'd have to wait a little when placing the boss, but with Jorge already there, he shouldn't take that long to die now. So that would be 2 targets down for Hans.
I can just get the lone elite guard in now. Could throw inside the grass possibly to get him in a safer manner. You might want to guess. And there goes Jorge for Hans. So yes, only the Rico kill left for him.
Yeah. TK using the snail to retrieve the glue right there. So TK is doing a lot of setup, a lot of prep. No kills yet so far though, but they could quickly come once once he's done retrieving everything that he needs.
Yeah, he basically has everything. The only thing that he doesn't have yet is the elite guard and the heavy disguise. And does have the shotgun here as well, so we could just see him do the kill on Andrea, move on to the Jorge setup, and maybe just place it down and go run and do Rico quickly in the meantime. Of course, him being in the garage, could quite possibly see that very easily.
Yeah. Well, Hans in the elite guard, in disguise, made it to the mansion grounds, is trespassing here. So this should be interesting to see how he's gonna approach this. Is this an explosion accident kill?
Gonna try and do it in his office. This would suggest him going up here.
He would still need to get a guard disguise then as well to like transport
Get
propane up there. There we go, that's
There
the
is
first
one.
kill for TK. Got the shotgun kill.
And dumps her. He doesn't need to do that, but yeah, he gets by camera as well, so he does need to go to. I don't know if he should go through the window this time or what. The shot is pretty hard, especially one of the hackles.
Yeah. Is back to yellow guns now. He should be back to green guns now. TK47 after that Andrea kill. Again misses this shot.
Yeah, doing it through the door is something a lot easier. But yeah.
Yeah, and this is Uncle Sol.
God, that's
Oh, he
tired.
needs to get out of there.
Needs to just
He
run.
needs to move.
Yeah, fuck off and
And
come back later.
didn't get it. Didn't get it. He needs to get out of there quickly.
Yeah.
This is tricky. Meanwhile, Hans has a mansion guard outfit, has a propane as well.
Doesn't have Rico yet. Oh, enforced there, but he's managed to dodge that pretty
Whew.
well. I'm guessing be on the way to Rico very soon.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Sit down, relax.
This is actually still really close.
Yeah. It's just the waiting game now for Hans, really. Waiting for Rico. I don't know where. Sorry, I don't know where exactly he's going to get the kill. But yeah, the approach is going to be very interesting. Especially we haven't seen any hippo lure in this map, which does really show how interesting Son of Fortuna as a map is.
Yeah. I like the little throw Hans did there with the propane.
Yeah, gets it into a very favorable position. Rico should be up here soon.
Yeah.
Of course, just a simple peekaboo into the bathroom.
The only thing is that there are no
Yeah,
hiding
no.
boxes here.
Yeah, my own guess would someone come up to investigate that throw?
No way.
No, no way. It should be a simple drop the propane and pick it
Nice
back up.
awareness from Hans there, though.
Yeah, that could have easily been something that could have ripped him.
Yeah.
Her just walking into the bathroom,
And he
seeing her knocked her
dropped
body.
the propane to stop her there. Very
Yeah,
nice awareness there.
very good from
And that's why you
Hans.
spam instinct in RR.
Yeah,
Very well done.
yeah. Rico will be coming up here soon. It's gonna be interesting where he does the kill. I'm guessing he would do it in the office of all places. You know, Peekaboo. Oh no, yes, Seeker, Rico.
I
I'm
mean,
guessing knock out the other guard because if you do it inside the bathroom, you either have the risk of the MTK or the risk of the body actually getting found itself.
yeah. I mean, both works, right? Like Seeker or like quickly change into the lead guard and do a peekaboo. It's pretty much both the same.
Yeah, has Rico not found?
Scary moments here for Hans.
Yeah, this could potentially be what either wins, equals the game, ties and takes us to the decider.
This is smart though
Or
of Hans here to like drag
yeah,
Rico over here and do the propane kill over here so the guards won't come into the bathroom there.
yeah, the guards won't come in here. You know, there's no risk of an MTK or the body being found. So yeah, it's very nice from Hans. And he picked up his car keys as well, so we should see a car exit as well.
Yeah.
Don't shoot him.
Yeah, he has the Kruger. Don't kill yourself. Don't stand too close.
There's two possible things we could have written
Yeah.
there. We just didn't say them. Yeah, gets the kill off. Car exit is locked. So
I guess he didn't pick it up, but
going to the buff stop. I think buff stop's watching. Buff is watching. So
so
we'll
they
see
found
what's
Rico. Like no one should come there unless they
Yeah.
decide to body bag Rico's body into that room. That would be something. These are scary moments for Hans here. Has all the kills. Looks like he's gonna go for the boat exit here. Just have to dodge this one enforcer. And she's deaf
Yeah, gets the kill.
and gets the
Gets
key.
the-
Doesn't get spotted. Searching is over as well. Yeah, it's only a matter of like.
Matter of
Imagine if they would body bag Rico to that bathroom.
that.
That would
that'd
be
very,
that would be so.
very weird.
That's incredible from Hans there though. Very nice on the fly thinking there, improv.
Yeah, especially with the distraction as well from throwing the propane. That was very good improvisation just to like stop her from coming into
Yeah.
the bar. And it's something that someone could have certainly like panicked about or like just not even seen because they don't use instinct while
Yeah.
waiting. So very nice to see from Hans.
So it's interesting to see TK like sneaking around in the coca fields there as the hippie. I wonder if he actually knew how to do that consumed poison kill there.
It's definitely a weird consume poison, of course, being this mission story as well. It's something out the way as well, you know. There's so many times you go into the smoking cape or in the hippie's apartment unless you get in the
Yeah.
hippie's disguise.
True.
So yeah, we could be certainly something that if you don't know about, but yeah, hopefully, you know, afterwards he will research how to do the consume poison and then find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a very nice shot from Mullet, Hans for as oh, Jesus Christ, Hans as well. To you know, in terms of like starting bus stop, which we don't really, not in bus stop, the bar, which not something we see much, and
Yeah, he had a very solid plan from the get go. Really. Let me
yeah,
pay
had
out
that one unfortunate
the
rip as
predictions
well.
here.
Yeah, and then one unfortunate rip is basically a second try in a way as well. Just had a few unfortunate slip ups on the way, but yeah, it's very impressive from Hans.
Yeah, and that was a trolley rip as well, like climbing through the window. Like
Yeah, back 3 minutes.
You only know that if you got ripped by that once, you know? Like, otherwise there's just no reason to assume that you get ripped by that.
It's only a weird thing because usually, normally you can do it safely if his head's in his hands or something. But yeah, it's a very quick way to get ripped as well because of course you're not really trespassing either until you fully against the window. So it's very weird how you just get ripped instantly.
Yeah. Alright, paid out the predictions and set up the new one. So, Isle of Scale. That's gonna be interesting. It's always a cool map for roulette, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a map that offers a lot of interesting approaches. A lot of the starts are viable. If you have suit, you have two suit starts that are definitely very viable in terms of chapter and keep. Um, and of course, you can always start the event stuff if you need the event stuff disguise. That's certainly viable. You can start chef if you need the chef disguise. You can start, as the architect is usually the main one you see, or even a custodian are like the two main ones you see if it's not suit related.
Yeah.
And of course, Arc member as well. You can start if that's a required disguise. So yeah, no, it's certainly a very versatile map, indeed.
Yeah, and you got multiple approaches as well for both targets, all viable. So it's always
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and we see by their records as well. It's another thing, of course, because Hans, we don't know what he's like on any of the maps. And TK, being a rookie, playing maps once or a couple of times, we don't really know how he's going to play out on this map. And of course, has lost it once, and that was to 420. Who take nothing
Yeah.
away, TK could have played very well, but 420 just could have been better.
Yeah, these
So yeah,
lifetime
again,
performances are like exactly the same as on Santa Fortuna.
yeah,
Like all zeros for Hans, obviously, in his debut. TK only won and lost it. So yeah, you can't say anything about that. So far, the predictions from chat are very balanced as well. 10k versus 9k.
it's 10, not 10k. So
Same.
yeah, basically the same thing, just without the K. So
Yeah.
divide by 1,000, you get there,
I just wanted to paint a picture that it's balanced in the eyes of the chat, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, and as you see, as TJ just scrolls through the thing, Custodian is definitely a very playable start because you can either get camera straight away, the radio, or as Sophia, this Sophia is quite common as well if you start Custodian. Even possibly get Seeker up, maybe. And then with Zoe, you normally see the same thing with Zoe as the Master of Ceremonies lure. Again, it's disguise or shooting the hit is something that's very common to see for Zoe, but it's just a start disguise that does make this map very versatile.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why we see it a lot, right? Like that room just covers pretty much all the possible kill methods for her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And I
10
got-
seconds away for the decider, Isle of Scale. This is gonna be very close. Good luck to both players.
Mhm.
And what do we have, Joker?
Yeah, so we have Zoe Washington, Viscountess as Master of Ceremonies, and Sophia Washington, Explosion Accident into the radar. So yeah, Master of Ceremonies, we're going to see that lure for Zoe, but yeah, I'm guessing we see Sophia first, just to get the kill done on the radar skies to have the ability to go and get the Viking axe,
Yeah.
which, if I recall properly, is in that top constant tower.
That was another point I wanted to bring up about Isle of Scale, though. It has so many lethal melee items.
Yeah,
Like,
certainly has a
actually,
lot.
I believe the most out of all the maps. So it does require a lot of map knowledge as well. Or quick use of hit maps, of course.
Yeah,
I still mix them up all the time in Isle of Scale. Like, I
yeah,
know
there's
all
so
the
many
locations, like, where all these items could be. But I always forget, like, which is where, you know?
Yeah, you have so many axes, especially in that top constant tower. Where you have the battle axe, the fire axe, the hatchet, katana, old
Saber.
axe, battle's axe,
Yeah, exactly.
Viking axe. There's so many axes
I
to
know.
remember on this map, and even then after that, you have so many just little things like letter opener and things like that as well that are just littered all over the map.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, TK loading in already. Same for Hans, just a couple of seconds behind here.
But yeah, and straight away we see different start locations.
Yeah. Custodian versus Architect. Both viable here, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. It just depends. TK could be going for Zoe first, possibly, or he just favors this in terms of getting the Raiders Sky straight away to be able to go straight up to Sophia and get a kill. Um, with the radio lure. But yeah, again, Hans, has her knocked out very, very quickly as well. Um, misses a track, shouldn't be too costly.
Nah, should
However,
be alright. Hans
yeah, he
also
will.
wasted one seeker shot. He missed the first shot.
Yeah, console aim at its finest,
Uh-huh.
as you will see. I'm guessing TK just wants to cut that room out straight away while he had time, as he's gonna wait for Sophia. My guess would be to do the regular. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing he thought he had time to kill, so he would do that in order to almost half prep the Zoe kill in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's an interesting spin though. Like, based on the Master of Ceremony disguise for Zoe, this is like, Master of Ceremony's room all the way, right?
Yeah,
Ooh, and
and
hands get
rips.
ripped there.
I didn't catch where it was. Ooh, looking at TK almost getting ripped as well by one of the
Yeah, he got ripped
Roman Reigns guys.
at the burial ropes. Tried to make
Yeah,
his way through there. Still relatively early though.
yeah. He's a seeker first time.
Did he?
TK's gonna. But yeah, hands it this time, so he's gonna have a spare seeker if needed. Um, Sophia's slightly behind for TK. But yeah, should make all the difference. This time. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he gets it in the right window.
Let's see if he get the timing right here. Can be tricky sometime as well.
Gets it off. Yeah, so
Yep.
should restart though.
So yeah, Hans is taking the Elite Guard disguise, the strongest disguise on this entire map.
Yeah,
Like, bar none. Like, nothing comes close.
gives the ability to get radius guys here as well. And after he gets that kill onto Sophia, of course, the propane be down here as well.
Yeah.
We could potentially see him come back down and get that elite guard just to get that Viking axe.
That's some good map knowledge there as well, though. Like, being
Yeah.
able to pick up the propane here and get a raider here.
Yeah. Did he knock out Sophia beforehand? No, she's still alive. This shouldn't cause an issue, but yeah, it's definitely
Why,
something
she
to-
should be done puking pretty soon.
Yeah, so you might miss that, but always just recover with the radio lure if she. Yeah, so yeah, she's come out here, so has another seeker though, so he can just seek her back into the bathroom to get her down.
Did he get the hit though?
Yeah, we did. So he should be fine just to get her again in this room here.
Hans was a little hesitant there, not sure if he was trespassing as the raider.
Yeah, there's no elite guard here yet either, so I think he could have potentially used the radio with the tap to get another elite guard into here, just have that disguise just go straight up to the Viking axe.
Ooh, that's such a big whoosh for TK47 there while he was climbing up.
He had that last one as well, but yeah, he should be fine.
But yeah, that's Hans slightly in the lead here. Has Sophia down. Now the big question is, do both players know where the Viking axe is?
Yeah, Han's going a bit of a trip, isn't he? I don't exactly know where he's off to. Yeah, not well marked on Sigel to know why potentially he'd come down here. TK gets the radio off this time, which I think he didn't last time, which is why he reset.
Yeah, he does get her this time around.
But he doesn't have a propane, does he?
No, he does not. But just like for Hans, it's close by, right?
Yeah, there's one close by, definitely.
Together with the raider.
There
Oh,
is
this.
one in the custodian room as well, so no, it potentially could seem like get that straight away off spawn. And I don't know if you can throw it up. That's the one limiting factor on getting that specific thing. It said drop a micro taser. So is he gonna throw a propane up the window essentially? Get the kill, or just bring that just because he has no gun and had that 3 dart spot.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
you don't really need much of a loadout for this again, really. Just maybe a taser or a gun for the Sophia, but again, the elite guards do carry a silenced pistol.
I know. Even
And
another added benefit about that disguise.
yeah, and another is like you only really need one chunk to knockout item for the Master Ceremonies clear out as well. So yeah, it's not. And again, a lot of the disguises, the Raider and Master Ceremonies and the Elite Guard, in order to get the Viking Axe in the most efficient way, can be done with a simple throw strategy and a knockout. So
Yeah. So Hans did get recorded by the camera here. He also picked up another Viking axe, which I didn't know the existence of. So there's multiple on this map.
that's where he was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something that I certainly didn't know about. It shows one up much. Yeah, there's one right next to the free entertainer disguise.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Again, another good map knowledge from Hans here, and it's basically just getting sorted with the Marcenaries here, and then he should just be fine, just to stand out the skies and kill Zoe
What?
with
The snail is not
front
activating.
cams.
There we go. Wow, that
There
took
we
a long time.
Yeah. The other doesn't really have to hide the bodies. I mean, if Sophia is very hard ahead of her guard, they potentially could use the boys to slow her down almost.
That was actually very, very nice though. I don't know if that was actually intentional, that delayed setup there, or if he practiced that placement, but that was really good. Oh, and look at TK. He did panic the constant there by...
Yeah.
He found the tranked bodies there. He's still green though.
Yeah, and guess is Viking Axe, which isn't much of a detail straight from Sophia, but doesn't have her killed yet, or not being able to have a propane.
And this is... Wow, it's crazy things happening on both screens. Because apparently...
The guard hasn't woken up? What? Sorry, what the fuck is happening? The guard... Whose guard is that?
I have no idea, but he saw or heard something. It was scary.
Where's he coming from as well? That's certainly weird indeed. But yeah, nobody's lying around. So yeah, he was fine in that sense, and now just needs to wait for for Zoe even to come.
Yeah. Meanwhile, TK also has the Viking axe, is in the lead guard disguise. Won't be able to climb up there though with the axe or the propane. So, well, he doesn't need to bring the axe up there. He does need to bring the propane up there though. But that's a little back and forth. He needs to be very, very aware of that guard. If he spots you, it's insta combat. But yeah, this looks like a solid lead here for Hans at the moment.
Yeah.
And also, with the Master of Ceremonies disguise, he's not trespassing, which does allow for a somewhat easier knockout of Zoe here.
Yeah, but TK isn't that far behind either. He just needs to grab the Raider guys back. And he has that kill sorted, and as well, he already has the Master Semi and stuff knocked out. So it's a simple just grab the disguise and then activate the lure. But Hans is so far ahead. Just about to get the kill on Zoe here.
Nice bumping there as well. Well done.
Also, challenge completion as well. Something you'd love to see. Panic the constant. I'm guessing with the explosion accident. So yeah, we should see the escape from the custodian area. Again, in the elite guard skies, it shouldn't be a problem really.
No, you just need to be... That door will be locked, so you just need to be a bit aware of those patrolling guards. But this is looking very good for Hans here. Let's get the shot open right now. No enforcers here.
Yeah, it's an exit from Hans.
Very well done.
Taken TK playing very, very well on all 3 maps really as well,
Yeah, it was it's very close.
Yeah, he had the ideas, especially Marrakesh as well. It's just something, that he ripped on something that was really unfortunate, really. So yeah, very, very nice from Hans indeed.
Yeah, both players had some unfortunate rips on on all the maps, really. Like the game was pretty much trolling both of them at certain moments. But yeah, with how good TK's first performance was in RR7, as we mentioned earlier, this is very impressive on Hans. In
Yeah,
his very
really.
first RR match, and he takes the win actually, 4-2.
Yeah, we should take anything away to TK. He still looked very confident, though, especially taking Marrakesh. Had a bit of a struggle to start Marrakesh, but after he credited it, looked very, very capable. And then on Son of Fortuna and Sigel, he had the idea there, you know. So
Yeah.
he has the kill, just needs to. He just couldn't really get going on either maps. But yeah, Hans very impressive on Son of Fortuna and Sigel, and comes
Yeah.
out the victor.
Hans actually had just a few rips overall. Like he had the one with the prisoner, which was very unlucky with the guard outside hearing that. Santa Fortuna just the window jump. And scale 1 restart, I want to say, or not even.
Yeah, no, I don't. From my knowledge, you didn't rip.
No, there was one with the start because the
yeah.
very first time he missed the seeker and then he
Yeah.
got it the second time. But yeah,
What was the
very well done.
Yeah, he did rip, yeah, indeed. But yeah, even then, it was a very quick rip, and he corrected it very, very quickly, and got it done. And yeah,
Exactly.
TK shown here.
So let's take a quick look at the brackets here. So this was round 2 of the winner bracket, all the way on top, which means that Hans moves on to round 3, and he does have to wait a little. You'll have T-Nord against Ike and Zuko Chen versus Chubby. The winner of those 2 matches will play versus each other, and the winner of that match will play versus Hans. So he got some time to put even more practice in. And we have TK47 dropping down to loser bracket round 2. Also has to do a little bit of waiting. He will play against the winner of Rocky versus the loser of Chrome versus FA302. Yeah. Exactly. I also believe that another match has just started.
Nah, it's starting in 12 minutes, and it's me. So join up my PC, PlayStation now.
All right.
We managed to get a slight delay on it, which is why I'm still here.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for co-casting, Joker, and good luck in your match.